This toilet has a pandemic toilet vent installed on it. So now we're going to see what it's made of and then what it does. So this is a toilet seat. This is a toilet seat. This is a toilet seat cover. This is a toilet seat. And then the pandemic toilet vent. The pandemic toilet vent has its own hinge which attaches it to the toilet. And then the toilet seat and the cover follow the pandemic toilet vent. The pandemic toilet vent has holes here which draw out the air from the toilet bowl through these holes and inside the wall and outside. Now, this is a pandemic toilet vent box which has a pump in it. This would be installed outside. Let's assume that this is a wall and the pandemic toilet vent pump is there. It will be installed outside and the pipe is coming out here attaching it to the pandemic toilet box. So air will be drawn from here, from the toilet bowl, through the holes into this wall and then out to the box. However, the box is in here, so how we're going to do it? We have a pipe going in here, straight out there, through the wall and through this other wall, and then into the pandemic box right there. So we also have here a motion sensor switch, either this one or this one. Now, these sensor switches are wired to turn on the pandemic toilet vent pump box. So they are wired here, the wires go in here and through the wall, together with the pipe, and then they also come out here and go to the power connector that right there, which is a black thing, and the power connector. So now, what we have to demonstrate is a remote switch instead of a sensor. So now, let's assume that a person sits on the toilet, okay? So, put the toilet seat down. The person sits on the toilet and we bring, instead of the fecal matter that goes into the toilet, we have incense. And then we are going to put this incense into the toilet. So, when a person sits down on the toilet, starts using the toilet, fecal matter, airborne particles, germs, viruses, and bacteria are coming out of the toilet. Because the person sits down on the toilet and he's not flushing the toilet for 2 minutes to 10 minutes. The bacteria, germs, viruses are coming out into the room, including fecal matter. That's how come the bathroom smells, just like the smoke is coming out. Now, when the person sits down here on this one, which has the pandemic toilet vent, the motion sensor switches go on, and then they start sucking the air out through the pumps and through the pipes. So let's do that using this remote. Now the pump is working, and the smoke is gone. There is no smoke coming out. You notice that when the pump is on, there is no smoke coming out. But when you stop the pump, the smoke starts coming out. Same thing with airborne particles that are coming out of the toilet. Okay? This is before the person flushes it. From the time the person sits on the toilet to the time he flushes, airborne particles are leaving the toilet and going into the room. So now, when he sits on the toilet and the motion sensor turns on the pump, which is outside, right? It sucks out the air from the toilet bowl, and now it's gone. It's all going into the box, right here. now, let's show it again. As you can see, the smoke is coming out there and it's going into the toilet vent. All the way right here, it's going out there, into the wall, and then outside to the box. So, when you install this, you're not going to smell anything. As the person sits down, the motion sensor turns the box on, and the box draws out all the air out. Now, we turn it off. This pandemic toilet vent is a bathroom fixture. The purpose of it is to divert contaminated air, airborne particles, and airborne bacteria, germs, and viruses from the toilet bowl while a person is sitting on the toilet to outside the building or to an air purifier. There you go. The smoke is gone. Now, history has shown us that throughout the ages, pandemic diseases have been known to be attributed to poor sanitation. This means that poor handling of secretions of infected human beings and other creatures like insects, mostly mosquitoes and flies, contributed to the spread of disease by airborne transmission and to some extent physical contact. Technological advancement in plumbing cut down chances of the spread of disease by improving sanitation. Sewage systems connect in-house commercial and public toilets and all water plumbing fixtures to the sewage processing plants throughout the world. There are pipes that come from the toilet, connect to bigger pipes, to bigger pipes, to bigger pipes, until they go all, the biggest pipes are probably 6 feet. And these pipes are under the main roads, and they all lead up to the processing plants where they process the water and sewage. So, the toilet is designed to dispose of human feces directly into the sewage systems when the user flushes it. However, from the time the toilet user starts defecating to the time they flush the toilet, which can be anywhere between 2 minutes to 10 minutes, or even more, fecal particles, germs, bacteria, and viruses are escaping from the toilet bowl into the room. It's very common for people to sit on the toilet longer than necessary, reading a newspaper or magazine. And in all this time, fecal particles, germs, bacteria, and viruses are escaping from the toilet bowl into the room. The pandemic toilet vent improves this system by diverting contaminated air, airborne particles, bacteria, germs, and viruses that escape from the toilet at the rim of the toilet before it spreads out in the room and the rest of the house and blows it outside or purifies it and releases it. Now, this pandemic toilet vent works right at the rim. As you can see, right now, smoke is coming out from the toilet bowl. However, when we turn the pump on, all the air is sucked into a pump which goes all the way around to the pump, and the pump is usually outside. And it's not going to be making that much noise. It might make a little noise, but for safety, health and safety, it's worse to go into a bathroom that is contaminated and breathe all the fecal matter rather than hear some noise. But the noise is being reduced because of the fan and the pump. They have insulation in them which cuts down the noise. Now here again, we turn the pump on. And off. When the pump is on, you don't see any smoke. When the pump is off, you see the smoke. That's fecal particles, germs, bacteria, and viruses that are coming out from the from the feces that are in the toilet. As soon as a person starts using the toilet to the time they flush, you can flush as soon as you start and keep flushing and flushing and flushing, but still there will be a chance that they will escape one way or another. But in this case, this starts when the person sits down. The motion sensor turns it on, and then it will go off about 2 minutes after the person has flushed the toilet and gets up to leave, and leaves. The motion senses that, oh, the person has left now. 2 minutes later, it will turn off. All the airborne particles that come out of the feces are gone outside. And scientists have proven that actually right now, fecal matter smells in the bathroom. Every bathroom smells fecal matter as soon as a person leaves. Well, sometimes not, but the general rule is that when a person uses the toilet, fecal matter is going to smell in the bathroom. Now, you most probably wouldn't smell COVID-19 or any other pandemic disease, but they could be in the fecal matter, and they will be released at the same time as the fecal matter that you smell in the bathroom. So, to be safe, just use the pandemic toilet vent, removes all the air, all the airborne particles outside, and then there won't be any viruses in the toilet or outside in the room. Thank you very much.